Now, for over a year now, there has been a weekly event at Hanoi Rock City where artists, both Vietnamese and local, gather to perform together. The unique aspect of this event is that a lot of these artists perform on stage with each other without having ever played together before. This event, called Open Mic with Tim Coker, now as the name suggests, was initiated by Canadian musician Tim Coker. That's who we will be meeting in this week's edition of On the Mic.
Daphne is one of the performers at this week's open mic event. As she is playing, those who know the song can also join her on stage and perform with her. These people have never played with each other before. That's what makes open mic so unique.
For those of you who walked in and might not know, this is open mic. If you want to play, do what this man is doing right here and sign your name up on the board. You get 2 or 3 songs, whatever you want to do, and then we'll move on to the next person and we'll keep the music going.
Although popular in other countries, open mic remains a relatively new concept in Vietnam. When people first hear the concept of open mic, especially in Vietnam, their first thought is karaoke. But this is much more than just a place to sing or dance with your friends. Open mic offers the opportunity for young upcoming artists to prove their talents to a real audience.
Open Mic Night is basically a platform for musicians, artists, performers of any kind of genre, of any kind of performance, whether they're magicians or comedians, beatboxers. You know, we have everyone come along here, and it kind of is a platform for people to come and just show what they've got and to share their talent with other people, with an audience.
So every week on Wednesday, you will see people who've never played with each other before, and they just comes on, and then they just jam. So that was probably, I'd say, the first one and the only one at the moment in Hanoi. So everyone is really excited about it, and in about nearly a year, it's been very, very successful. It's like bands were forming from there. As in, you comes in and you play a song with someone, and you're like, hey, do you want to start a band together? So it's like a community, a platform for everyone to jam and start things up.
It's been over a year since the beginning of Open Mic with Tim Coker, and the event has now become an essential item on the culture menu of many music lovers in Hanoi.
Well, thank you very much, Tim, for being here on our show today. Now, first of all, your show that you're performing every Wednesday at the Hanoi Rock City is called Open Mic with Tim Coker. So tell us a little bit about why you brought this concept to Hanoi.
Well, Open Mic is an open stage venue for performers around Hanoi to come and play music, to try out performing if they've never done it before, or to experiment with new songs and new material in front of an audience so they can practice performing on stage in front of people. I've been involved with Open Mics since university, and since I started playing guitar, and it was a great way to learn how to perform and to meet a community of musicians. And when I came to Hanoi, I was hoping to get involved with one, but there wasn't any available. So I thought, why not start my own? So I met DA, who owns Hanoi Rock City, and right away he was very into the idea, and a week later we started, and 3 weeks later it was really quite popular, so it's been awesome.
Tell us a little bit about the popularity of open mic in other countries.
Yeah, they're usually quite popular. They're never huge, but you usually have 2 or 3 open mics in any given town, and it's just a nice little family atmosphere where people get to perform and to have that community of musicians, and it's awesome.
What do you hope to bring to the Vietnamese audience with this open mic concept? Just
a chance to see new musicians and to see people working together like for the first time. It's a lot of improvisation, it's a lot of collaborative effort, and it's a great way to see new music that you wouldn't have seen before and to have a good experience and feel involved in the creation of the music too. That's what I really hope they get from it.
Oh, you're my babe, I'm 17 my babe. Oh, you're my babe, I'm 17 my babe. Oh, you're my babe, I'm 17. She goes down on the midnight with my babe, true down my babe. Oh, you're my babe, I know she loves me, my babe. Oh, you're my babe, I know she loves me, my babe. Oh, you're my babe, I know was nothing, seen another but kissing everybody, drooling about my way.
Now Tim, tell us about the first time you have learned to sing or pick up some kind of instrument.
I started singing first. I've been singing in choir since I was like 4 years old, at school and at church growing up, and then I took up saxophone first in high school and played saxophone, trumpet, trombone, all those sort of wind instruments, and I didn't take up guitar until university and been hooked on that since, and guitar and harmonica are sort of my two biggest ones right now.
Wow, you've just listed like 5 different types of instruments. How do you perform with all of them?
Well, you can't perform with them all at the same time, but I've managed to do 3, which is guitar, harmonica, and voice. And it's pretty easy. You do your rhythm guitar, and then you just either sing or play harmonica. It's doing the melody. And it's a nice way to be able to make music by yourself. I've always been looking for ways to perform by myself, and when you can come onto stage and have everything you need to have the background music, the singing, and another instrument, it's nice.
It was your love for music that brought you halfway across the world from Canada to Vietnam, and you've stayed here for quite a long time. So why did you choose Hanoi?
The huge community of musicians here and the willingness of everybody to play together is something I haven't found anywhere else in the world. It's a wonderful place to play music, and Hanoi has a growing and thriving music scene of young musicians who are trying to do different things. It's awesome. It's a really great place to play music and a really great place to be creative. I know artists who do visual art, music, film, photography here. Everybody is just looking to create, and it's such a wonderful, vibrant atmosphere as an artist that you can't stay away.
Tim Coker loves to travel and experience different cultures, looking for fresh inspiration. Before Vietnam, he had never visited the same country twice before, but after leaving 3 months ago, he felt a strong urge to return to a country for the first time.
The guy is loving it, like the people he met, the works that he got a job at the kindergarten teaching kids, and he loved teaching kids. And the best thing is that when he does that, he still have a lot of free time to play music for the stranger. He got time to host the open mic every Wednesday, and he got a lot of friends and jamming. So I think he really loved it here. He went back to Canada for 2 months, but he was like, oh, I miss Hanoi so much, I gotta come back.
For Tim, it's not just the musicians here that he is so attached to. It's also the lifestyle, the people, the students he teaches, and the unique hustle-bustle of Hanoi. Living here, he feels more creative and more alive than ever before.
What have you felt so far living here in Vietnam? How is it different from being in Canada?
Oh, it's hugely different. I just came back from the winter in Canada, and it's very cold, and you're always inside, and you're a little bit to yourself, but Hanoi is so fast-paced, and it's such a vibrant city that you always have something to do. I'm always either doing sports or music or teaching or just being creative, and that's my favorite thing about this city is just the bustle of it. It's constantly moving, constantly go, 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 and I love that. I thrive on that. And I taught usually English, but I taught kindergarten this last year, and it was nice to go and see them experiencing new things and learning about new animals and just learning about the world around them. And it's amazing how much they take in and how much they love what they're doing at school. They love school. And then as soon as I finish work, I usually eat and then I go straight to music, either playing by myself or playing with a group of people. It's just keeping up the energy and keeping up the passion for it. Because you need to make sure you're not too tired so that you can go into work and do a full day of work and full day of hard work. And then as soon as you're finished, you need to get right back on that horse and go into music. But it's not hard because it's what I love to do. If you really love doing something, it's not hard to make time for it and to push for it.
Now Tim, in the next month or maybe up to a year, do you have any concrete plan or any goal that you would like to accomplish?
Yeah, just in the next month or so, my band The Strangers, we're going to be releasing our first sort of half-length album that we recorded before I left. We're just doing the finishing touches. And then after that, we're writing a whole new set, a whole new experience that you see us on stage, and we're hoping to take that and go for a tour around Asia within the year, to maybe China, Cambodia, Malaysia, Thailand, and throughout Vietnam as well. And that's the main goal right now, is just to try and make music as much of my life as possible.
Well, thank you very much, Tim, for being here and being a part of our show.
Thank you very much.